Welcome back to One Comic Book Day. We're covering Action Comics 133, The World's Most Perfect Girl. And if your red flags aren't already up, you should put them up. So this story takes place in Metropolis Centennial, and there's going to be a Centennial Fair, and Superman is promoting it for free because, Superman's super patriotic, going to do anything for Metropolis for free. And if we really want to think about it, Metropolis hasn't been around for all that long because it's a made-up city that's only been around for about a decade. Honestly, I don't know what I'm complaining about. That's not a complaint. It's just something I thought I would bring up. The city decides that if Superman is the most perfect man, they need to find the most perfect woman for him. No, they don't. He's not even asking for this. He does kind of reject it, but he doesn't put up much of a fight, so he's going to let them find the most perfect woman. And there's this professor lady who sort of presents this, and she wants to find the most perfect woman. So at the Centennial, they have this whole cutout that has the perfect measurements for a woman. So each woman's going to walk through it and see if they are the perfect mate for Superman. In case you're curious, I'm going to have to read this. The perfect measurements for a woman are head 21 inches, neck 12 inches, shoulder 17 inches, waist 25 inches, hips 36 inches, calves 12 inches, and ankles 7 1/3 inches. Bust is not taken into account. No explanation of where she's coming up with these bull measurements. So women are walking through this cutout to see if they match. No woman does because it's like a Cinderella story. And honestly, I don't have a good understanding of women's measurements, so some of these might be outrageously insane. So maybe no woman could ever fit these measurements. Lois is pretty annoyed when she doesn't. And let's remember, Superman's in love with her and possibly can marry her depending on the issue. But don't worry, this professor has a time machine. Okay, what kind of science does perfect measurements of women and a time machine cover? Because that's not the kind of professor I can think of. Even the first thing I can even think of a professor that falls under that. So she uses the time machine to bring back the most perfect woman who does fit these measurements. And it is indeed Helen of Troy. I guess that makes sense. Her beauty caused an entire war. That's what she's remembered for. And yes, she fits the measurements, but first off, she doesn't look too Greek. Her outfit is very other planet or future of a B sci-fi movie. It has a midriff, it's silver and a short skirt. There's this triangular hat. None of this is Greek at all. But once she finds out that she's the perfect mate for Superman, she says she can't marry him unless he completes 3 tasks. It's always 3 tasks. My wife didn't demand of me to complete 3 tasks. Oh god, our marriage will never last. These all are based on Greek gods and myths, as in Vulcan, Hercules, and Mercury. Which is interesting because he's already bested 2 of them over the course of the comic, so I don't think he should have to complete in these 3 tasks. But he's going to go along with it. While this is happening, we're seeing that young women especially are wearing outfits designed after Helen of Troy. They're wearing her outfit, they're wearing her perfume, they're styling her hair after this. This just seems like a fun coloring, but it's actually important to the story. You see, Superman completes all 3 of these things. It doesn't matter. Lois is super jealous because we're going to write Lois awful. She writes a whole article that Perry won't publish because she calls Helen an old hag. Yeah, that's how bad Lois is right now. What's really going on is neither women are what they say they are. The one isn't a professor. Oh my god, I'm so shocked that this woman didn't really invent a time machine and the perfect measurements for women. I mean, did that follow a backup question where she got these measurements from? And that woman's not Helen of Troy, and this is why she can't marry Superman. And Superman's been aware of this the whole time. He's just letting us think he's going along with this. And I wouldn't have so much of a problem of this if it wasn't most of the issue. I mean, it's a thing of taste. I kind of like knowing that our character is aware of something, or at least hints at it. And there's not much of that till a page before the final reveal, the night before. But the other way's fine. I just wish we would have been let in if we're following Superman as a protagonist. But no, they're all from a cosmetic outfit company that are trying to sell these Helen of Troy stuff to people. So that's the importance of young women wearing that. And once Superman finds this out, they give up the ghost. Not much of stakes in this issue. I mean, it's fine for what it is, though the fun is thrown out by all the casual sexism and how poorly Lois is written. I mean, it's just absolutely bonkers when you see that cutout of women walking through. I'm still just contemplating where these measurements came from, other than they are the measurements of the woman pretending to be Helen of Troy. So, I mean, read it for the absolute insanity, but Action Comics 133 can easily be skipped. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when new videos up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Fridays is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? What are Superman's measurements? I mean, that changes drastically on the artist. Okay, have a great day.